Hello. What? Am I muted? No. No, I'm not. Good evening, everybody. Morning, night, whichever. I'm here, freshly showered, a little tired, but still on a endorphin high from working out, pushing some plate at the local gym. Actually, it's quite far from my home. I have a commute to work, and so I just work out at the gym that's close to where I work. What is that dog looking for back there? I see you on camera. Get away from that bowl. Psst. Sneaky boy. Sneaky, sneaky boy. He was sniffing at your bowl.
That's Evelyn's bowl.
Well, it had chocolate in it.
Sir, you left your wet towel on my pants and the blankets. You're gonna have to fix that.
I gotta go fix something that I screwed up.
Do you want an egg?
No, no, I don't want any.
Drop
No
it in your
thanks.
tea.
Don't you dare foul my tea with that chocolate. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello. Whenever I sit down at my computer, I always feel like Mr. Rogers. So I reach over and I get one Hotas. I love this thing. The stick. And you can't forget the throttle. So many buttons. Alrighty. Here we go. There it is. Here, I'll point the camera down a little bit. What's up? Who's that anyway? Just play with it. I'm about to hop in Discord. I always start the stream out just with the greeting, run down this stuff. Take a look. I don't know if you can tell. There it is. I got my T. I got my keyboard. Actually, hang on. I'm going to do a thing. What is it? Oh, 7. There we go. Now it's my Italian flag. Just play with it. Can I do some yes or no questions? Oh, it's is it Pryson? No, who was I talking about history with? Pry. No, Pryson is Pryson in Twitch. Fuck, that tea's hot. mm? Oh, you know what I gotta do before I really get this stream rolling? I gotta get my strap. And I can't let the dog see me have this, because the dog gets real pissy about guns. You give a hint. I'll have you know I did just enjoy a little bit of better living through chemistry, so my short-term memory is currently harder to access. I'm not going to scroll up through the Discord either. That's not going to help me with my total. That won't help me with my total blind spot on a name, because I have name blindness. um. Well, I know we talked about the Achaemenid Empire, and we talked about Cyrus. We talked about the Persians. I know we talked about the tomb of Cyrus the Great. We talked about cuneiform and the cuneiform tablet, didn't we? I just know you haven't been in the Twitch because I don't recall the name, but again, it could be that damned short-term memory. Alright, so the last time I was playing, I got confounded. I was very tired, and I was trying to do a neutron star jump. I think I'm fully charged. Yeah. Gilgamesh, right? Or Hugh, one of my homies. It's not Baron. Yeah, it's not Baron. It's fuck. It is Baron. Okay, cool. What's up? Dude, what's wrong with me? Look. Alright. I'm supercharged. 133 light years. Why do I feel like a noob right now? It's not plotting my neutron jumps. I don't need the FSD boost checked because I'm not forcing that. It's supposed to automatically jump the farthest route. But for some reason, look at that. It's not taking any. What am I doing wrong, man? I've got it set to none. Population. I'm confounded. Why? I haven't seen those old lady glasses. They were in the car, I thought.
Those are different old lady glasses.
I see. I'm sorry, I don't know. Dude, Baron, what do you...
Wait, no, those are your glasses.
What are you thinking of this, Baron? Why can't my darn neutron star route work?
Look at Norman. He lost Evelyn's snowflake. I think the dog ate it.
Probably. The dog does eat things that he shouldn't.
Wait, or is it? Oh, it's just right.
So it's just the first time I've struggled to do a jump like that. So 133 light years.
Stop trying to eat that.
Yeah, let's just grab one of these.
How am I gonna get him to let go?
You gotta just stick your finger in his mouth.
I don't want him to eat this string. Norman.
Ugh, this damn gal map.
He's gonna. Okay, good.
What the fuck? It keeps going back to this. Guys, sometimes this game, I tell ya. So I should be able to jump there in one. Okay, so there it is now, but it's not blue. I am confusion. This is the first time I've had trouble routing a neutron jump um, in all my time. Alright, let me get this hotspot log. I'm gonna go get some Benitoites because we are anticipating a minor impact on the low temperature diamond market. So we're lining up the next valuable mineral. Look at this. I bet these are some high metal content worlds just ready for some mapping. Might as well get some exploration data while I'm on my way out. Bingo. It's funny the unique problems that people can run into playing this game. All kinds of interesting little glitches. I'm just gonna map one of these guys. I'll map two of them. Why not? Degraded emissions way out here. That's pretty wild. We're a long way from anything. I mean, not a super long way, but won't be running into any pirates out here. That much is certain. Yeah, I don't care about them.
Fuel scooping complete.
So we want to visit 1 and 2. Not a problem. What up, Knives? Dude, good to see you, man. How are you? How's that? I saw the car on Instagram. Look, Baron, if you like car shit, Knives here is a streamer, and he does car shit and barbecues and talks shit. He's fun. Pull up some stream science. So I saw something. It's kind of interesting. If you follow the climate change thing, you may have heard of the methane clathrate or methane hydrates. This idea of these feedback systems where the permafrost is going to melt, it's going to release a bunch of methane. Pretty scary stuff. But there is some silver lining, or at least some doubt on that possibility. Scientists recently came out and they were studying some of the oh my god, that is a stupid water bear emote. I can see your face in it though. Scary. They took some ice core samples and looked at atmospheric content and composition at certain points in the past, and they went back towards like the end of the last deglaciating period when all of the glaciers were melting, and presumably at that time we had similar deposits of methane being released into the atmosphere. And they saw a little bit less methane than you would anticipate, or a little less methane than would be necessary to create the kind of really terrifying feedback loops, positive feedbacks into climate change that we're afraid of. So we might see that there are certain biological residents in the permafrost or in the new soil that actually consume certain portions of that methane before it's able to actually make it to the atmosphere. So it's not like every mole of methane that's released from these little clathrates or hydrates, it actually makes it to the atmosphere. So that's kind of neat. The hydrate thing is actually a little like cage of um, water molecules, or hydrogen or oxygen molecules. We'll basically build a cage around a methane molecule, and it happens in really cold conditions. Uh-oh. Oh, that'll be fine. But then when things melt, those
Surface scan
structures weaken, and then you end up releasing that methane. Oh, I'm so full and fat and happy. We went to sushi tonight, and as usual, I ate entirely too much sushi. It was lovely. Absolutely lovely. CRISPR to cure cystic fibrosis. I didn't see that one in particular. I saw that they were using CRISPR to train the immunotherapy process, but that is cool as hell.
Get my little buddy.
You got a link for me on that? Feel free to post a link if you got an article on that you want me to cover, because that's pretty freaking neat. Fuck cystic fibrosis. Cure the shit out of that. It'll kill my stream. Oh, you won't be able to see the stream. Yeah, I got it. Fierce biotech. A CRISPR cure for cystic fibrosis. So yeah, let me look at this for a second. Oh, so it's traditional CRISPR. They're going back. They're ditching the Cas9 enzyme, and they're going to traditional CRISPR editing. Base editing. Neat. They used a bank of intestinal organoids, which are miniature models of the gut. And they used mini guts to demonstrate that the base editing can be formed. I love the organoids that they use for some of these research things. It's pretty neat. Pretty soon we won't need to be doing any animal testing, because we'll be, creating specialized drugs that aren't just tailored towards the human species, but they'll be genetically tailored to you. I mean, how neat would it be if you were to go to the doctor and you've got some disease, and they don't just give you a generic off-the-shelf antibiotic. They take a blood screen and they figure out a course of medicine that is, tailored to your genetics, and it's sure to not react to anyone. Because there's also, they do clinical trials, they find a drug that has, side effects XYZ in 99% of the population. Well, if you're that 1% of the population and you consume this drug, well, now you're fucking dead. And there's nothing they can really do to avoid that. You can only test for certain tolerances. But being able to have a gene-edited or a gene-specific medicine, that's pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking cool. I'm on my way to a Benetoite triple hotspot. And let's see here. Or should I just go for the triple VO? Let's have a look at some prices really quick, huh? pretty neat as we're, if we continue to cure these nightmarish diseases, that'd be pretty neat. We're approaching some kind of frightening territory as well, though. We'll soon be reaching a point where it could become difficult to determine who gets to decide which traits are desirable, which are harmful. Come on, website. Move your ass. Sometimes the internet disappoints me. Many say the internet was a mistake. Alright, fine, Inara. Fuck you. I'm going somewhere else. Go somewhere else for my information. Benetoid has a top sell of 935,000 credits. That's pretty good. Muscovite, 834. Void Opals is 1,045,000. Painite is 559. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that Benetoid. Let's get some bennies. 935. That's a good rate. I'll take it. All right then. How far out of the bubble are we? A few hundred light years. My wife and I have been watching this new show, Taskmaster. I guess it's not a new show by any stretch, actually, but it's quite good.
Quite good means kind of good.
It's rather good. I just don't like. I think the words really and very are terribly overused. Got it. Been watching a lot of British television lately. It's so pleasant. I do like it quite a bit. Yo, Knives, you still in here? Question for you if you are. Because if you are, I'd like to know your opinion on something. Yo, what do you think about professional wrestling? What's your opinion on it? Kind of fun? Kind of boring? Dude, don't let that baby kick your ass. I was just wondering what your opinion on professional wrestling is. I've heard about getting your own CRISPR kit, and I can tell you I have not considered it. Um, just because if I'm gonna play with some genetic stuff, the first thing I'd get is a an actual like 23andMe. I want to get a DNA test first. You're pretty much over it, yeah. It's something I never cared about when I was younger. Then I got a little older and I started hearing some of the stories, and it just sounds like it seems fun. Ooh, class 3 gas giants are worth mapping. So that looks like a hot Jupiter. It's pretty close to the star. That might be worth getting a map on. High metal. Nope, nope, nope. So what would I do with my own CRISPR kit? How would I make use of it? I mean, yeah, the regular DNA test is, but like, what do you do? So you just got your CRISPR kit in the mail. Is that a kit you can reuse again and again for various kinds of projects or experiments, or is it like a one-off, like a DNA test? And what are you gonna CRISPR yourself? Yeah, like for $100, but how is a layperson gonna program the Cas9 enzyme to target a gene? You just make mold. Ah, that's funny. um, well then. Okay, it's still actually, I mean, it's neat. Where's the other gas giants? I don't understand where these bodies are. I'm really quite interested in learning more about epigenetics. You know, what's going on in our life? What sort of life events and life experiences trigger what kind of epigenetic changes? Now, as it sounds like you just get to make some elephant toothpaste. Elephant toothpaste is more fun than that, than growing mold. For $100. That's funny. Congratulations, South Korea. Second most coronavirus infected place in the world. That sucks. But somehow, right in between China and South Korea, North Korea, no coronavirus. Sure thing, North Korea. North Korea has never been teeming with measles or scarlet fever in the past. They never basically swapped swine flu back and forth between China for a few months. Never. Never. I mean, they are under a constant state of quarantine anyway, so there is always the sort of like fundamental possibility that just through their famine and weakness, they are able to somehow contain the disease. But no, they're riddled with it and probably dying of it more. Or they have a 0% infection rate because anytime someone sneezes, they just take them around back and shoot them. That'll solve the problem. Nobody's sick here. Nobody's ever sick here. I'm only half joking. Yeah. Seems believable to me. Just take them round back and put a bullet in their head. Anyway, hello chat. Pleased to have you with us. I can't see the view count there, so say hello if you don't mind. That way I know who to say hello back to. You found an engine for the RX-7. Yeah, boy. 6.0 liters. Ooh. $250. I don't have a lot of engine buying experience, but I would guess that's a good deal. It seems like a good deal for an engine. Come on now. Slow down.
Thank you.
21 probes. Okay, that's the horizon line, so we're gonna go bang. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Now with this ring, it's a little too close. I'm gonna have to fly around to map the far side. As easily as 6,000 engine new. Well, cool. Congratulations, dude. What do you mean, miss?
Surface scan complete.
New astronomical objects. Missing fenders and hood for $80 on Sunday. Dude, it's coming together. So I got this 72 Chevy C10 pickup. It's in some tweaker's yard off of El Camino now. I'm not sure if it's possible for me to get it back or worth it to try, because he's a piece of shit. But it was one of my first cars, besides the 88 Oldsmobile Delta, the Delta 88 rather. Loved that Oldsmobile. Dude, the 72, the C10 was beautiful. Fun to drive. Oh, not FSS.
Surface scan.
Screwed those up a little bit. I'm just so close to this damn thing. I lost count. How did I do it? Come on.
Surface scan complete.
God, this thing is big. Hello, hotspots. Any overlaps? There's an overlap. And that actually looks like an overlap. Alright. Come on, let me get this damn map finished. Fuck me. Come on, baby. I just want to go see what these hotspots are. But we're looking for Benetoite right now. Because, yeah, LTDs are about to take a hit. Thank goodness. Made the efficiency target at least. Alright then. What have we got? Benetoite. Let's look at this. Where's that nearest hotspot? There's an overlap. Alexandrite and Benetoite. Yeah. Alexandrite. Do not think we have any other overlaps. There's a little one. Negative on the double overlaps. Is that Monzonite? Oh, no. Nope, no doubles. Alright then. We go onward. Let's find that stream science. I'm gonna find a good article here. Lizard parasites. What up, Torkel? Good to see you, my dude. How are you doing tonight? How often are you racing to type a message as you're flying through hyperspace and you just like hurtling through space? Nice. I just watched a video of a guy in a anti-Xeno chieftain solo a triple Hydra and a Basilisk in a shieldless chieftain, and it was incredible. It was incredible. But I did witness heresy, but it was heresy of the grandest scale. I mean, it was impressive. Surely the far. What does the far god say about like ferocity and any of that? I don't know. I just saw a video, man. The far god doesn't like thought crime, apparently. Ugh. No thought crime for the far god. Alright. I'll hit you with a scan. Where you at? Oh, damn it. I hate when that happens.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
What do you mean incredible? What was incredible there, Knives? What you mean? I'm not flying out there to map these, but I'll take the data. Which bottle did you leave? Bottle of acetone. Alright. I will get it for you.
System scan complete.
I must. One moment. I will. She went. Just in case you couldn't see it. Amazing, we're still getting degraded emissions out here. I'm not going that far.
Frameshift drive charging.
Star class M. Okay, good. Good deal. We're still in all the fuel star area. All them fuel stars. Let's look at some space news. I mean, earlier we talked about the oh, that was not all you. That was Wives 9. What up? It happens. Especially if it's got voices coming out of it. Someone's always like, well, what the fuck are you watching? She always gets annoyed if I'm watching a video. If she's watching a video, and then I take out my phone and start watching shit too, she's like, yeah, yo, what the fuck? I think I've only got like a 3A fuel scoop on this bad boy. So we're gonna do what we can. Yeah, whatever. It gives me a moment to do what I wanted to do, and that's find something interesting to start talking about with you guys. Of course, temperature. This thing is no joke. All right. What am I looking at here?
Warning, temperature critical.
Can you guys still hear the game in the background? Did I have that still on? Yeah, I still have that on, I'm sure. You guys can hear that awful shrieking. It's funny, I've talked a lot about pretty much all of these science stories up here now. Talked about the phosphorus they found. They found molecular oxygen around a quasar in a distant galaxy that's like 560 million light years away. They found this a shitload of molecular oxygen, which is kind of a big deal because we've looked for molecular oxygen in lots of places in our own galaxy. We found some molecular oxygen was found in the Orion Nebula, and that's the highest concentration of molecular oxygen in nebula that we found in our galaxy, is in the Orion Nebula. So then they're looking out at these quasars in the distance, and they found one quasar 560 million light years away, and I forget the name of the galaxy they found it in, but it showed an enormously high quantity of molecular oxygen, which I'll tell you, pretty friggin' neat. My apologies for the absurd refuel time. I'm a patient man. This is what you get when you watch the stream of a patient man. A newfound kind of aurora. Alright. I'll pull that up on the stream for you guys. Have a look at that. This is called the Dunes. Horizontal green stripes of light pointing to the left here. Oh, hello, kitty. And then you get this long stripes there. That's pretty neat. The dunes. Ah, good. How are they identifying these things as different? That's freaking pretty. That's on my bucket list in my life. I want to see some friggin' aurora someday. I hope it's not at my latitude when we get a coronal mass ejection and the aurora that I witness is the magnetosphere being peeled away down through the strata until my phone gets hot in my pocket and the battery bursts into flames because it's just absorbing all of the sheer radiation coursing through the atmosphere. Coronal mass ejections are scary shit. You don't fuck with the sun. Don't fuck with the sun. Look at my janky light. So when I get my first Twitch payment, I'm gonna buy a light. Because this best battery up here lasts like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh, my back. That felt really good.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Cheap perfume. You're really making that sound appetizing there, Knives. Really making that sound good. Cheap perfume. In like a sexy way, at least. Is that enough to get me there now? Nearly. Just because I'm curious. Oh, there's only 17 seconds left on this clock. I won't make it. It's fucking horrible. I can only imagine. They really love potatoes in that show. I bet everyone doesn't taste like that, so you only have 50%. Good shit. This is a different kind of vape. Different kind. Still in there, huh? Alright. I got distracted looking for an article. You kidding me though? Have you ever smelled pipe tobacco? That's pretty sweet. Dimethyltryptamine. That one? Wouldn't that be fun? Well, there is oh my god. I used to know it too. We have the sum of all human knowledge at our disposal. We could look stuff up, but I'm busy flying a spaceship, thank you. Oh, everybody's potato tower is falling down. Richard is such a smug ass. I love him too, but he's just so good. I suppose so. He just performs so well. He's also Ben Kissel huge. Look at him in that chair. I mean, yeah. Yes. Well, that's why he's British, Ben Kissel. The CDC website. Very good. Good for the CDC. I mean, thank goodness for the CDC. Seriously. The CDC is why I'm not terribly concerned about coronavirus impacting me here where I live. I want to eat this crystal that my kid grew. It just tastes like a rock. Disappointing. Why can't my child make delicious crystals? You know? She could do better. I see you, Dustin. I mean, nah. You what? I missed. Norman, our kitten, always goes and fetches the dart after it's been launched. Alright, I'll get it from him. He's gonna chew it up. Also, I gotta arm her because she has her own reward now where she can nerf me back. Baby, you just gotta remember, you gotta point this one down a little bit. You can't aim with your hand, you gotta aim with the barrel on this guy. I'll go get it. Hang on, I gotta go retrieve a gat. Now she's watching Taskmaster. It's from the TV network Dave. Can you imagine? The network's called Dave. Can you think of anything more British than that? Than a network called Dave. Not Dave TV, not Dave, just Dave. Tune into Dave, 7 p.m. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody. Look at my guy up there. Hey, buddy. He's a good kitten. Oh, babe, by the way, you got 3. Alright, back to the game. Hello. Alrighty. You don't have to use them all at once now. You can wait till my guard is down. It won't take long. Wow! Square in the back of the head. Literally, you just splattered my brains out directly all over the camera. That one is good. I felt that one in my eyeballs. I felt it. I felt it right past my nose, babe. You almost like pierced my nose with that one. Torkel says headshot past. Ooh, nice try, Norman. Torkel says headshot past the cat. I'm impressed. She's a good shot. Alright, she's painting her nails. She's painting her nails now, so she will be mad if I nerf her. And it's my kitty boy. He didn't like that. He didn't like being handled that way. I need some water. Ooh. Ooh, do you guys like spiders? Who likes spiders? I love it. Look at him. Look at him seething. All those little baby spiders are so cute. Ah. I want to see. I wish I knew what it felt like to hold a handful of seething, like a seething handful of spiders. You ever see like the baby spiders and they're like in this big wad and they're just skittering all over each other? And I just want to like have it in my hand. Just give me them. Give me those spiders. I just want to put my hand into, like, putting your hand into a bag of rice. You know, it's like, feels good. Like, I just want to sink my hand into a ball of spiders. That sounds, honestly, that sounds kind of nice. Hello. Let's visit you. Leave that one up to the imagination. I feel like it's one of those things that you're going to imagine one thing. Oh, it's got a moon. Hot shit. We're going to spend a minute here. Look at that. And the moon's in a different orbit? What? This is a really cool system. Hang on. We're going to collect some images here. This is a screenshot opportunity if I ever saw one. Why's it got that line there? See that? Some interesting features here. Or at least some unusual colors. I thought that was a large shadow there, but it isn't. It's just a dark spot. Let's go to this rift over here. There are a lot of interesting little rifts and things around. Yeah, if you can see that ridge there, it's just on the center left of the screen. That's cool. Let's get a little closer. That's on purpose. That's no accident, honey. When your things match. The scale of these features always throw you off. You get down to the surface and you're like, wait, where's that thing I was looking at? I'm just on it, and it's so big that I can't see it because I'm on it. Just gonna touch down for a second. I don't even think I have an SRV. No, I didn't bring one of those. I needed the fuel scoop, so I had to lose the hangar bay. Even though I feel naked without an SRV because I'm always just want to get down there and see what's, you know, what's that thing. What's that thing? Who's that Pokemon? Ooh, 1.3G. Hello. Did not pay attention. There we go. Is that the game music I'm hearing? No. It was the spider video that was playing in the background. What is that freaking noise? It's been a while since I've heard the game music. What's that even sound like? It's been years since I've heard the game music. Anyway. I wish I could get the name of my ship and that awesome sky in at once, but don't think I can. It's just too big. BFG Division on repeat over game music. BFG Division. I remember BFG files. I thought there was a file type for like post MIDI era game music. I remember, or is it BMG? I remember in Ragnarok Online I would pull, I think it was a BMG files. That's what I'm thinking of. I remember digging through game files to pull the music. Check it out, I changed my keyboard to the Italian flag. I've got a Nerf dart. Alright. I mean, half. That's the family that I knew. Was at least kinda. It's complicated. It's a totally different stream. I do not. I wish I was bilingual, but pretty typically American in that sense. One language. I did take a little bit of Latin so I can understand. Like if I have time with any of the Romance languages, I can usually decode somewhat effectively, kinda, sometimes. Um, but I'm not communicative. So he just chucks it. I guess my other half, my father was English, and they did their genealogy way back to like 1597. And they found some tax collector, some sir, my 7th great grandfather or something on my paternal side. My maternal side is just Italian peasants from south central Italy. I think I'm only 3rd generation American on that side.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Hey lads.
What up, what up? Howdy.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. What you guys up
Took
to?
you for days to get here.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I just lost track of time.
Frameshift drive charging.
I was like
Happens.
sitting here just missing out on my science.
On your what now?
I was just sitting here missing out on my science.
Oh yeah, well, shit. You waiting for your science? I guess it's science. I mean, I've been a little light on the science. I showed a video of a seething mass of spiders and expressed a desire to put my hands into it.
Huh.
There was a
That sounds terrible.
giant ass spider crawling on my wall, and I just like briefly looked over earlier, and I was like fighting a Thargoid, so I had like PTSD.
Bugs, they're invading. Torkel, you hear that? The Far God gets his revenge. No, I love spiders, and I was just saying, I think I want to know what it feels like. Have you seen those videos of the balls, like the seething mass of baby spiders, and they're all just like crawling all over each other? Like, I want to hold a
It
ball of baby
honestly
spiders
feels-
in my hands.
It honestly feels kind of good.
That's
like
what I
all
think.
The, like tiny little legs. sticking
Yeah, I
so
mean,
nose
I
up
like
and
having
all
one
the-
spider on me. I love it. One spider feels great. I want
nose
like
up in
a million.
Tallville, and there's mines up there, and on the roofs of the mines they have these blue and red daddy long legs.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever seen the space movie? It had God, I don't know his actual name, Joey Tribbiani, basically in it. It was like the Swiss Family Robinson in space, I think.
Swiss Family Robinson. Lost in Space,
Yeah, Lost in Space.
the new one, Netflix one.
No, this
Isn't that
is
a
a little bit
series?
older one.
Okay.
But anyway, there's these.
Oh yeah, they made a movie, Lost in Space, and it did have. You sure it wasn't Brendan
yeah, and it
Fraser?
has like the.
They had
I
the
thought
same
it-
hair.
No, because that's. I don't know. I'm all fucked up. But either way, these caves have blue and red daddy long legs on the top of them, and like they're daddy long legs. So I was like, oh hell with it, whatever. It's just a giant ball of spiders, and it actually felt really cool.
I'm kind of like envious of your experience.
I'm just terrified of spiders and scorpions after my apartment in college. Wolf spiders always in my room just waiting for me.
It's
And
funny because
I found a scorpion in my pants.
I get bit a
In my-
lot by spiders. Oh, scorpions, they'll hang out in your shoes and pants. They don't have those where I live, fortunately, but I will often wake up with a fresh spider bite. What's up, Nomad? Good to see you, man. Hello. Alright, hang on. My wife wants me. Oh, I wasn't ready. Good job. That was a shoulder shot. Parm, I'm sorry. 28 days tater. Yes. Oh, it's a zombie potato film. Uh. On Taskmaster. Oh, you got another one, babe. On Taskmaster, they have to make a potato stop motion film. And somebody did 28 days tater. Oh, the zombie's knocking at the door. Don't do it, Alex. Whose was
Hey, Bell,
this?
you get your
Sorry,
you
go
get
ahead.
your PvP ship done?
My PvP ship?
Yeah.
Not yet, no. After the expedition, I'll throw that together. Parm, enough, boy. He hates these guns so much. If I cock this thing, he needs to go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down.
I just got mine fully engineered the rest of it.
Oh, what do you got?
Chieftain.
Alright, sweet. I'm gonna go with the Crate Phantom,
Nice.
and it's gonna be real spicy. That's my plan, so. You scared the kitty.
Oh, I just got a free subscription to Bus Lady. I don't know.
Oh, cool. I think somebody subscribed me to her too. She's got some generous viewers. I do too. Caustic was super generous with the subs earlier. Dude went ham. Anyways, how you doing besides starting a Nerf war and conflict in the household and upsetting my dog? He's upset about everything. If I high-five myself a little too vigorously right now, he'll get mad. He doesn't like that sort of business. Alright, Adam. What's up, dude? Give a dog a bone. Yes, sir. Alright, it's time for... yeah, he hears us cocking the guns now. He's so triggered. He hears us cocking these things, and he's on guard. Alright, let's give him something to be happy about. Thank you, Adam. Making the doggo happy. Just a minute. Let me get a treat for him. Alright, Parm. Let's get you a treat. Come on, boy.
Huh?
Where are the treats?
In the cabinet above the kitty tree. Or the kitty food.
Alright, so they have Leastian Evil Juice and Azure.
You already know how to do that one. High five. High five.
Evil juice? That sounds pretty cool.
And it says Leastian Evil Juice acquired its name from the local security forces, claiming that those intoxicated with this powerful liquor seem to be possessed with pure evil. This rare... that part doesn't... Alright, so it doesn't look like there's anything actually linked to George Lucas, it just looks like it's stuff from this system. Azir milk's the same thing. Harvested from native animals found in Leasti, this highly nourishing and rehydrating drink is favored on arid and desert worlds. So
Did
no.
you buy some milk?
No, I'm at George Lucas Station, and we were hoping there was like something here pertaining to the Star Wars universe that you could buy.
Some
But
kind of
there's only
special commodity?
Leasti and maple juice and Azir milk. Yeah.
I think that milk's probably the closest they could get without copyright infringement, probably.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna have to turn this down if he keeps barking. Shoot your shot or not. I didn't even.
Not gonna lie, knowing George Lucas, it probably cost them like $10 every time someone lands at a station.
Oh, he'd sue Frontier. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Or it's the first ARCs only commodity. It's the Star Wars
Yeah.
juice. And it's just all you can do is trade it for regular credits. It's just that'd be the first way to buy credits, really.
Yeah.
Buy the special commodity and then just sell it for regular credits. Alright, I've made it. Now I'm going to number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. That's 8. 9. There is a lot in this system.
This is weird. I feel like my bandwidth got better after opening 3 streams. Maybe.
You forced it. You just gaped it. You just forced
So
that
I love
bandwidth open.
I love the Diamondbacks because they look like bees. or
Yeah,
hornets.
I love the
But
DBX.
Does the Alliance ships like the Chieftain, Challenger, Crusader not look a little bit like Badger?
Oh yeah.
At least the Chieftain does, kinda. It looks very animalistic in its frame, at least the inner part.
Thanks, Adam. You saved my stream again. I would not be streaming successfully without you guys telling me to turn the game back on. Anyway, yeah, I think the DBX and the Chieftain are the prettiest ships in the game because they're so unique. And the DBX reminds me a little bit of the Firefly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know what the Crusader ship and all that remind me of. It's definitely something.
Yeah,
I'm just
some
a
kind of
simple
like.
man. I like my flying pizza.
I'm in a pizza right now. I too like a slice of flying pizza. Mine's just a regular cheese pizza at the moment. I love when the like the heat vents on the ship open up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
that's the best part about the Python right there.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about the Anaconda too. I just gotta get a bunch of fuel because I'm gonna be sitting out in that ring for a little while. I gotta make sure I can run all my shit. Guys, I really broke a sweat today. And I didn't want to. And I made myself. You know what it's time for? Dessert.
Oh, what kind?
It's a lemon berry cake. So that's pretty dope. I'm gonna go grab a slice of that.
That is pretty sick. I'm a whore for pastry.
Yeah, I like. I actually don't have much of a sweet tooth. Like I don't crave. I don't crave sweets too much, except for chocolate and like lemon. Gotta get me some lemon cakes, lemon pudding, lemon. I was trying to do Bubba Gump thing, Bubba thing, but
Yeah.
I couldn't. I don't know enough lemon
Fell a
things.
bit short with your lemons.
It's late. All right, this is the downfall of streaming at 11 p.m. All right, hold up. I'll be right back. All right. I've returned with cake. I'm going to give you a new revised view of my setup here.
So
Because
for
it's
min
improved.
maxing purposes, would you take
Correct.
15 less uh, raw module armor for 151 absolute hull armor?
How much less for 151 absolute hull?
15 less. Seems like a pretty good trade, but I'm not
Doesn't
sure.
it?
It's
Is your
basically trading two 4-class module reinforcements for a 5 and a 2, effectively giving me more hull armor, just a little less raw module armor.
this is just a guess, but is your power plant armored? If so, I'd say sure, yeah.
Yeah, my power plant's armored.
In the Chieftain, what you really have to worry about are your engines and your
Yeah.
canopy. But your engines and your hard points do take quite a bit of damage in the Chieftain, I've found.
So I probably might want a little bitty bit extra module.
What's your hull strength at right now?
4292. 42 41, I think. Or 42.
That's pretty darn good. I think I'm at like
Yeah.
4370 on mine.
Went for 2 pacifiers, a medium multi-cannon with corrosive, high capacity, and then 3 rail.
Sweet. Yeah. The high cap corrosive is great. I have at least one of my MCs will have that on it, and then I'll usually go with just overcharged on the rest. Because that doesn't stack the corrosive damage.
Yeah, no. The only thing I didn't like was just having like 3 different weapon groups. I don't like that so much.
This is a pretty world. Oh, this is one of these tiny rings.
Surface scan complete.
I think that's it. What? The other one hit the world too? Trying to hit the ring here. I'm gonna have to get closer. Oh, here's my spot anyways. Alrighty, in we go. Alright. I wonder if Benetoid has any core module. Any deep cores. Or if it's all just... Oh, I have a direct message here. I've been asked if we have any French speakers in the squadron. Says somebody's trying to get his little brother into his little cousin into the game, and he doesn't think he speaks much English.
That was a very good question.
Not sure. I can order food in Spanish.
That'll help. I wonder what use the pulse wave analyzer is in a place where you won't find cores. Like, this rock here just lit up with the pulse wave analyzer. Even though...
I actually thought you needed it for surface mining. It helped me find rocks.
Okay. I actually have very little experience surface mining. I
Me
started
too.
mining with core. I was like, when I decided to pick up mining, I was like, alright.
I was told that you didn't need the pulse wave for surface mining. I was like, oh.
That's what I learned as well. It's not useless. It was brought into the game for core mining.
I thought I at least thought it was helping me find rocks.
Well, I just scanned that rock that was glowing, and it didn't have the mineral that was in the hotspot. But this is bauxite and rutile.
I think it is like a subjective argument. Like if you're good at spotting the rocks, sure, don't bring it. If you want to just have everything light up, I think why not?
Oops, I killed my prospector. Oh, I see what I've done. Bauxite. So with surface mining, is there any difference, or do the shapes of these rocks matter at all?
Some people say like if the rock's moving faster, it'll have more high material, but I'm very like statistic minded. Like I'm always looking to gather statistics, and I've never noticed a common factor between any of them.
Okay.
Prospect Limpet failed. Prospect Limpet engaged.
Only seeing a lot of the same stuff so far.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged.
Cobalt bauxite.
Asteroid scan complete.
Babe,
Yeah.
I was listening to Nick Kroll on Nikki Glazer's show,
Uh huh.
and they said some about
Programming limpet drone.
she's like, how are you
Prospect limpet
environmentally
failed.
conscious? Well, I used to be one of them.
Oh, Kroll.
Did you know that
Prospect limpet
he shot a
engaged.
movie at the Olympic Village in
Programming
Sochi,
limpet
and then
drone.
like
Prospect limpet failed.
No.
shot a whole movie
Like during the Olympics?
during the Olympics in the Olympic Village? No, not Sochi, Pyeongchang.
Pyeongchang. Oof.
Prospect limpet engaged.
Eesh.
That's cool.
Gosh, Andy's in Bunda. I'm just imagining him sitting there staring at Shinrada Desert Road, just ready to FSD in, just like, I'm waiting.
Prospect limpet failed.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my PvP ship made. I need a little bit more materials as well.
Engaged. Asteroid scan.
Yeah, I spent the last day and a half
Programming
gathering
limpet drone.
every material
Limpet
using
failed.
ED Engineer, and it looks like I pretty much have more than I need to engineer everything.
Cool.
Prospect
Okay,
limpet engaged.
literally not finding a single benitoite rock here yet.
Programming limpet drone.
I never did either when I was at a benotite site,
Failed.
or however you say it.
Really.
See, that's my theory with the pulse wave analyzer. Those it at least tells you which rocks are not good. I
It
think
doesn't
I-
tell me anything. I don't think it tells you anything useful in these rooms.
identifying rocks, maybe not.
No, I mean, so there's a different one that just glowed over there. And it's got a really bright glow.
Limpet engaged.
So yeah, let's try that.
Got that banana in his mouth in 2 bites.
Asteroid scan complete.
Because my understanding was the ones that like get all hollow looking, yeah, those are core rocks, but the glowing ones, those have something on them, I think.
Well, they all have something in them, so they should either all glow at different amounts. So that was just cobalt. No, there's nothing distinct about that. I've seen this this amount of cobalt and gallite in a dozen other rocks so far, or not a dozen, but probably at least 5 or 6, and they didn't glow and/or were different shapes.
I guess it must have been a placebo effect then.
I mean, our brains are extremely good at finding patterns and meaning where there is absolutely none. It's truly one of our superpowers. Bauxite, cobalt. Like there's a cobalt surface deposit and stuff.
Asteroid scan complete.
Subsurface deposit. Bauxite surface deposit. Oh, I didn't bring it's a subsurface whatever.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed.
This berries and cream. Bauxite, gallite, yeah.
Engaged.
Guys, where's the benitoite?
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged.
Lepidolite, that's somewhat new.
Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet.
Oh, I missed.
Prospect limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged.
Man, still nothing good.
Asteroid scan
Oh, why is it dark here suddenly? Alright.
assist on.
Here's a funny example of the crap lighting engine in Elite Dangerous. I think. It's hard to tell why this surface here is so dark. That's our primary light source there, I suppose. Something just seems off about this lighting. I can't
It does
quite.
look awfully dark.
Yeah, it looks kind of dark right here. It's a little strange. I might have to give up on Benetoite if it's not going to be forthcoming.
Prospect Olympic failed. Flight assist on. Flight assist off.
Catherine won.
Assist on.
Catherine won. Good job, Catherine Knight.
Ryan.
Catherine Ryan.
Oh, where'd Baron go?
See, I don't hear when people move through the channel now. Baron's still in the chat.
Back.
He's
I
still
got
here.
disconnected.
Flight assist off.
I stole all your bandwidth, sorry.
Cramming it.
Yeah, something happened because my internet just shut out completely, and that doesn't happen. See?
Flight assist on. Asteroid scan complete. Flight assist on. Flight assist off.
Man, I just learned the scariest shit
Bonk.
ever.
What's that?
Apparently, tech support can take control of your computer purely with your IP address.
Well, that depends. I'm a sysadmin, so I do that stuff for a living. It depends what's installed in the
Oh, okay.
Computer.
Because, yeah, I needed tech support's help at work, and they're just like, yeah, just give me your IP address. 20 seconds later, you had control of the computer.
Yeah, I do that all the time, dozen times a day. So that's. Do you work in a Windows environment?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the command I run for that usually is msra with an offer RA command. Did you have to like click yes on a prompt to let them in, or do they just take it?
See, that's what I was used to experiencing. Here, they just took control, yeah.
It might be. We have another piece of software called GoToAssist, and it has what's called an unattended installer, and so we're able to remotely install and then run this administrative software that lets us just seize control of the device when we want it. Rutile, bauxite, galites.
Complete.
I mean, what's a guy gotta do?
Prospect Olympic failed.
Yeah, that's right, Torkel. VPNs, definitely. Well, we use those for our home users, but for the most part, we have a Citrix desktop environment, so our users are all actually connecting to
Prospect Olympic engaged.
a farm of VMs that load balances all of the resources. It's pretty cool. So these are all VMs, and they're just, each VM will have anywhere from 6 to 12 users on it that I can just sort of connect to it through that, typically. But like anything, there's a complicated whole thing. Yeah, I'm not feeling. I have not found one thing. I've been out here for a second. Not turning up anything. Looks like Benetoite's a bust.
You know, it's actually horrifying. Like, I usually tell this to people when they say that they're afraid of spiders. So maybe not spiders so much, but tarantulas. There's this type of zombifying fungus, and
Cordyceps.
yeah, cordyceps, and like grows from within inside them and completely immobilizes them at one point, but they're still alive. And the fungus itself kind of looks like the color of a crab shell, maybe.
Yeah,
Sometimes, not all the time. But that shit is terrifying.
it is terrifying. That's the basis of the game The Last of Us. Is the cordyceps makes the leap to humans. It's somehow able to jump across species and it starts infecting people. And there's these horrible monsters running around with these. Look up The Last of Us monsters, and you'll get the art for like what the cordyceps fungus does to humans is really well done. It's so scary. Like they nailed it in that game,
Wow, yeah, that's pretty well done.
right?
Yeah, that's horrifying. I don't want cordyceps to take over my body.
Well, when it takes over ants, this is one of my favorite things about cordyceps. I'm fascinated by this and the rabies virus, how it's able to produce like psychological results. How does it know?
Yeah.
How does the cordyceps fungus know when it takes over an ant to climb up so that it gets eaten by a bird so that it can be transmitted and pooped out in some other part of the world? How does it?
All right.
I mean, obviously.
Intelligent damn design.
I was literally just going to say, obviously, natural selection.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. The spaghetti monster did it.
Indeed.
It's just, yeah, it's amazing what millions and millions of years of natural selection can result in. It's
Absolutely.
incredible.
There's this book about this huge war that went on between ants down towards California and Nevada, and it was like this monstrous war. Did you ever hear about that?
I heard about this world war of ants, yeah.
Yeah, it was like millions of acres worth of land that they were going to war over, and they sat there and like watched the war over a period of God knows how long, and it's really fascinating to see how the ants did warfare. They sent all like their crippled and their old in first to wear them down, and after the other side was wore down, then they'd send the termites in.
Wow. Strategy. The hive mind, man. You don't fuck with the hive mind.
Yeah.
Mother Nature is a brutal lady.
That's how the what are they called? Let's call them buggers, but what are the aliens in Ender's Game actually called? They're not actually called buggers. They're fornix.
I don't know anything about it.
Formix, yeah. They're like bugs, but the Formix had a hive mind. See, this cake is delicious, but there's just too much icing. I have to like shave it off.
Ooh, I don't like icing.
I'm not a fan of icing. I like cake. I like a good filling. But I think for my next birthday, I'm going to ask for an uniced cake. It's just a naked cake with a good filling. A nice, moist, dense cake.
Oh, is it around your birthday?
No, it is not currently near my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, we're far. Well, actually, my birthday is May 12th, so it'll be approaching soon, I suppose.
Mine's March 8th.
Oh my god,
Right
I
on.
thought you were about to say March 18th. I'm like, oh my god, me too.
So,
Feed them
do you
kitties.
know how honeybees fend off hornets?
Well, there's the Japanese honeybees that cook them.
Yeah. that's
But
what I was
the
gonna
amazing
say.
thing is they cook them to, I forget the actual numbers, so I'm gonna fudging the numbers here, but
within 3 degrees.
I thought it was less. I thought it was like 1 or 2. I mean,
The hornets die at 117 degrees, and the bees can survive up to 120 degrees, or so was the numbers last time I checked.
pretty narrow margin of error, but they nail it, man. Intelligent design.
Yeah.
Torkel says, and Baron, you can relate to this. Torkel says, I just started, but I'm already bored engineering this chieftain.
Oh, yep. I'm with you.
Yeah. I felt actually, when I engineered the shit out of my chieftain, it was the first engineering job work I'd done in a while. So it was exciting. And it's actually my first fully G5 engineered ship. So like, pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really bored with this just because, like, I'd spent all the time gathering every bit of material I needed to fully G5 it in one go.
Torkel, you get to fight it as soon as I build it. And I haven't haven't had a chance to build it or engineer it yet. First, I gotta just collect a little bit more Skrilla. Yeah, no, the batteries on this light do not last long. It's meant to light a selfie in a club or a 15-second sex tape, but not an entire stream. That's why, with my first payout from the stream, I'm getting a light. A4.
Have you seen the movie Red with Bruce Willis?
Is that in the Unbreakable series of things, or something else?
I don't think so. It stands for Retired Extremely Dangerous. It's got Bruce Willis and John Malkovich.
And John Malkovich. That sounds awesome. Yeah, Torkel, I was thinking about getting one of them circle lights. Kind of like this one, but not powered by a puny little watch battery. I mean, it's USB chargeable, but it just doesn't. She's right, it's meant to illuminate a selfie at the club. Chill, dude. He's just so on edge since we've been nerfing each other all the time. I might have to. That's a really fun reward. I might have to, like, make him go lay down with the kid while I'm streaming or something, because he really does get upset about all of the shooting. And I want my boy to have a serene existence. I don't have a timeout space for the dog. Not exactly, no. We don't have a lot of space. We don't have a ton of space. It's not a very big house, so we got all our stuff crammed in here. Although, I mean, I could just send him to the back. But then I gotta call him in when people get they give a dog a bone. He'll be all confused. Hang on, I'll get you back to the game in just a second. I'm just balancing a couple things here. Holy shit. Arbor Calum is ranked 6 in combat right now.
Damn.
Definitely wasn't with my help. Holy shit.
We are ranked 13th in CQC, 26th in trade. We're about to skyrocket in trade if we get enough of our dudes on this expedition. you know? I mean, holy shit. I do reserve the right, yeah, to not immediately give the bone. I just get excited when people do it, and I pretty much always immediately give the bone. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, yay. I love giving my boy a treat. It's the best. Whoa, how many? Alright, we're good. We good.
Surface scan complete.
Hang on a minute. Just looking for something. Oh. Alright. I was looking for this article I had read. Oh, I mean, I just heard this story about in Texas, they found in some guy's floorboards a bunch of jars full of human tongues.
Wow.
And they appear to be
Always in
children's
Texas.
tongues. Now, it turns out it's possible that so the house belongs to this doctor who's still alive, and then like in the 70s or 80s, the doctor wrote a paper about tumors in children's tongues or something like that. And so these might just be specimens that he had from this like, you know, this study he wrote decades ago that for some reason he kept in his basement. But there was some weird stuff down there.
That's horrifically eerie. I'm not altogether sure that I trust a man that keeps tongues in his basement for any reason.
Well, there was also like a fetal skeleton and a couple other weird items that you wouldn't want to find.
Well,
I mean,
I
that
guess-
does sound like a scientist.
Sounds like a doctor.
Yeah, I guess he was
Yeah.
very, very.
In anatomy class in college, we had to take a little detour. There's every stage of the fetus in formaldehyde jars.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, Texas State apparently it was a shitload.
In Texas. Oh, actually, this is a good one. This is worth sharing. So, are you guys both Americans, or
Yeah.
sounds like it?
Yeah.
I think most of the
Yeah,
Europe is just waking up.
I'm in Texas, ironically.
You're in Texas, so you'll like this then. Texas, home of, you know, not home of, but definitely one of the homes of abstinence-only education. So this dad is very pissed off because his 14-year-old daughter at school was given a leaflet that had 101 ways to show someone you love them without having sex. Now, the suggestions on this list, though, some of them are just fucking insane. Number 26, suck their toes.
What the fuck?
Number 36,
Don't have sex, just become a fetishist.
propose marriage. But there's also other ones like run them a bath. What fucking 14-year-old is able to run You can run them a bath, but you ain't fucking.
I was gonna say, anytime a girl's ever ran me a bath, that it was always followed by something that was not on that.
That's exactly right. Or how about a parachute together? That's one way to tell someone that you love them. There's another one. Drive
Yeah.
2 hours just to see them for one. And some of these are like unhealthy thing. Like share strawberries dipped in chocolate. Share secrets. They wrote 101 of these things. Get their name temporarily tattooed on your body. Organize an I love you message out the back of a plane. A 14-year-old has the means to get a sky banner.
Such misplaced dedication. What the fuck?
It is amazing.
Bureaucracy at its
Dude,
finest.
just let teenagers be horny. They're gonna do it. They're gonna be that way. You can't. Ugh. It's just such a damn shame. It's unreasonable to expect that you would have. Yeah, I mean, ah, ah, I don't know. It's just absurd.
High integrity compromised.
What's up, Guillotine? Hey, good to see you. How you doing? Can't believe it's 11:24. At least tomorrow's Friday. I've been so busy at work. I'm the only sysadmin on for like the next week and a half, I guess.
Damn.
Oh, Guillotine, I've done that. oh, I'm sorry. Hey, look, if they judge, then that shit's on them because everybody's got boogies to pick. All right? I don't want to hear shit about it. 20 minutes on one boogie. It's a little hazy in this ice ring, but that's all right. Oh, okay. I mean, 20 minutes of not noticing that kind of thing is a long time to like forget what embarrassing things you might have done in that time. And you're like, oh fuck, like did I just did I react to my own bad breath, or did I fart loudly into was the microphone on? On one of my first streams, I was eating some pizza. I was pizza streaming, and then I like stood up and I tipped the plate over and I almost slid my pizza down onto my keyboard, and I scrambled and I caught the pizza on the plate with my whole hand. And then my whole hand was greasy. It was definitely embarrassing. Your hands are greasy? But did you grease them? She greased her hands. That'll happen. Looking for them popcorns. I just don't like how cloudy this ring is. So far away from everything. There's a popcorn. Spilled beer in your laptop. On stream. I mean, I was gonna hope that people witness me in my more embarrassing moments, because it's a solid check on my ego. I think it's like a healthy way of looking at it. Certainly can't think too highly of myself when I'm, you know, doing something stupid in public. Bonk. It's a very cute house. You gotta use what you gotta use there. A bed sheet. I don't blame you, Guillotine. Oops. Didn't mean to seismic charge. Wrong thing. Bromelites. Not what I'm here for. Stupid bromelite. Kind of popcorny. That's not the right kind of popcorny, I don't think. So Guillotine, did I tell you about the dance party I went to the other night on Friday last week? The Fleetwood Mac versus ABBA dance party? I know you're a metalhead, so ABBA's probably not exciting for you. But I like some metal too. But this was a Fleetwood Mac versus ABBA dance party. And I got pretty drunk and I had a good time and danced about, but boy, this DJ sucked and he didn't play the right songs. And I don't go out too much. I'm actually a raging homebody. I like to be home where I am safe and comfortable. I'm about to crash into a rock. Come on, baby. We made it. You look popcorny. No fissures though, huh? Yeah, it's a negative. Where is all these things? I see lots of green, that's promising. There we go. Alright then. What are we looking at? A low. Average. Average. There's my other low. Should only need 2 of these. tag an average now. Alrighty.
Flight assist off. Detonation in 10
It's been a while since I've been mining. I love this part.
Flight assist off. Programming limpet drone. Cargo scope deployed. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
I moved my hardpoint location for that. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Off.
Bit off center.
I just think, who need sleeping pills when you have engineering?
No kidding.
Oh, shit.
Like, it always wants to put me to sleep.
I spend too much damn time on Coriolis.
Just theory crafting your ship.
I love building.
Coriolis is a great site for it's fun to use. It's comprehensive.
Collector limpet expired.
Oh, hello.
Flight assist on.
Oh, it was just the next closest system. I'm collecting a bunch of things. We have a bunch of people out and about, and I'm just sort of collecting what's out here. I was thinking about a shower thought earlier, the viability of visiting like every refinery and whatever the other mineral based. Alright, later Nomad. Catch you later. Have a good night. Visiting basically every market in the appropriate market types to have like a complete market database on your ship computer. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be a really boring thing to do though. Very, very boring. So one thing that we're going to be doing is experimenting with some of the market, or at least trying to monitor closely what the market changes actually look like in practice when we're impacting the market immediately. We'll be taking a look at that.
I'm just failing missions left and right.
Well, this is new. A station appeared to unequip my fuel scoop and guardian booster, and I've essentially stranded myself. I don't remember unequipping those. I stopped, hit the material trader, and left without thinking.
So Dell, what would you think would do more damage and have longer time or longer capacity for firing? Beam lasers, efficient beam lasers, 4 of them, or 4 rapid fire pulse lasers?
4 efficient beams. I think I ran on my Anaconda. I was doing 5. It just sucks a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy. It's definitely more damage. It's really powerful.
So
But yeah, it's thirsty.
it actually turns out, DPS wise, or at least what Coriolis says, to be the pulse lasers. The rapid fire pulse can fire a little longer and put out a little more DPS than efficient beams can.
Ah,
I did not expect that.
yeah. Neat. On what ship, Torkel asks? I think that's your chieftain, right?
Yeah, the chieftain.
Yeah, on the chief.
I'm just seeing what between like the 3 mediums or the 3 smalls, the 1 medium. I put all pulse on one, all beam on the other, and then 2 pacifiers in the large slot.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I just, like, 1 week into my pledge of Larissa Duval, so I can get that Imperial Hammer.
Nice. I think I'm 1 more week until I get my Prismat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Prismats after I get the Imperial Hammer, probably.
This is embarrassing. Baron,
Yeah.
are you able to escort me back to Shinrarda with some fuel limpets by any chance? Pretty close to
Ooh,
you.
fucked up.
No, the station stole my fuel scoop and guardian frameshift booster. I did not unequip those, and they're not on my ship anymore.
Big,
Oh, I've never heard of that before. Either way, I will come save you.
Thank you.
What a mensch.
An Uberman.
Oh. Torkel says, I'd go beams. You won't have 100% TOT. I'm assuming that's time on target. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Like with the gimbal jitter? Yeah.
Well, another thing to add to that, though, is with beams. I thought about that at first, but with beams, say you just rake across, so that's only going to do so much damage, whereas, because I don't know the actual how long a quote-unquote shot takes from a beam, because it says damage per shot.
Right, what is a
Whereas
shot?
with the pulse laser, like the one pulse of that laser gives full damage. So I
Mhm.
was I was trying to think about which one would be more effective for time on target. All right.
I mean, I don't need to go all the way back. I guess I just need to get to the nearest station. But let me find where that might
Can
be.
you do you not even have enough with economic?
Let me figure that out real fast. Yeah.
Okay. What system are you in?
Did you are you going gimbaled on those beams
No, fixed.
or the pulses? Fixed. Okay.
I figured for three smalls it wouldn't have been effective to go with GIMP. Then again, so I guess that goes back to more time on target.
Yeah. How do you guys deal with
If we
this?
if we inch down that time on target line, it becomes disgusting when you get to the turret conversation. Because I guess turrets will have a lot of time on target, but for just massively small damage.
Yay. I freed those Vopals from the crevasse.
Okay. I think I can
Nice.
actually make it. If it lets me target.
Torkoal. Ideally, you'll be accurate enough to make beams more optimal. Yeah. So he's making an argument for beams there. I have 5 fixed beams on my vet. It's very pretty. It is very pretty. The fixed beams have a certain geometry to them that you don't get
Indeed.
with pulse or gimbal beams even. Gimbal beams always look kind of dumb. 'Cause like
Yeah.
swirling all over the place like a wacky wailing inflatable arm flailing tube man.
And then most of the time, like, because you're probably fighting elites or deadlies at least, and they're chaffing all the time. So you're basically like taking target off and just shooting fixed anyway. So you might as well have the extra damage with full
Yeah.
time.
Guillotine, doing some dishes, getting some food, cringing hardcore. Yeah. I still have to keep reminding myself to do a raid anyways. Wait, so when you raid, I thought that your whole audience went to the new stream. They can still see you until you end your stream? Like, what does it look like on their end?
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you heard me.
No,
I'm able
I
to make
couldn't
it to
hear
the
you.
station.
Oh, okay,
It's
nice.
very close. Wait. Okay, yeah. What the fuck's going on in my game?
Torkoal makes the argument, says, although I would, to be honest, I wouldn't go any kind of lasers on a chieftain. Says I go for high alpha damage like PAs and rails.
Oh yeah, I have the packs and rails on here right now. I was just thinking about kind of a goof around.
A meme build. It was so fun getting, and pack hounds are so scary getting hammered by those. I think they can reject to join the raid. So you're going to summon someone else's host list. I see. What up, Zill? Yo, thanks for the follow, dude. Good to see you in here. How you doing? Yeah, Guillotine. It's gonna be on somebody's VOD. Well, it'll be on your VOD, I guess. You can still delete it. You can erase all record of this event from the internet, Guillotine. Nobody needs to know it happens. He deleted it already. Oh, Zill, you can get it right through the Discord. You just hit my name and it's right there. I know that I don't use my commander name on Twitch either. That makes it even harder to find me. I am an elusive one. I am the last to judge for anybody just now realizing anything, because this has been my whole Twitch journey, has been me just now realizing, oh boy. Just now realizing that I can do this or that. Yikes, that was about 4 close calls in a row. Torkel, again, you could go all thermal conduit beams for max memeage. Thermal conduit beams are awesome because your ship just ices up when you're landing up. But see, with gimbaled beams, you have to be quite close in range to get enough time on target for that thermal conduit to make a difference. So in my Anaconda, I'll be fighting and I have to get within like 800 meters, which when you're fighting, say, a vulture or a cobra, you know, whatever, something really small and fast, it ain't gonna happen. So actually with gimbaled, I don't see my thermal conduits getting used all that much.
Flight assist off. Detonation sequence initiated.
One meme
Why would
build
I
I tried
fight
on
an
here
Anaconda?
was full gimbaled frag.
Full gimbaled frag. Nice. This is a weak asteroid. 2 highs and lows just overcharged it big time. So let's try this. Alright, we need a little bit more. A medium in here ought to do it. Bingo. Man, I'm getting good at eyeballing these optimal yields.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
If I don't say so myself.
Flight assist.
13 resource chunks, that ain't bad. I'll take it.
Programming input drone. Programming input drone. Programming input drone.
I just have some childlike fascination with the rapid fire pulse laser.
Oh yeah. In CQC, I really like the rapid fire cannon. And it's like a CQC only hardpoint.
Deploy cargo hatch.
There's some weird
Haven't
shit
got
going
that
on in
yet.
that game. Modules are gone. I just instantly refueled by landing. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Sounds like somebody at FF's just fucking with you. Continue.
They're just sitting there. I mean, yeah, they're waking up. They're having their coffee right now. Laughing at you.
Programming fuckery and a high priorities day.
It's Friday there. They're just like, alright. This priority guy.
They saw a fuel scoop and a FSD booster on a FDL. They're like, ah, no, we can't have this shit.
Programming input drone.
Did I get them all? Nah. I haven't got them all.
They're not even at the last station I was at. They're straight up gone.
Zil, opals actually are not the best way
Assist on.
to get money right now. I just really enjoy core mining, and this Vopal hotspot I'm at was one of the closer regions because I didn't have much time to more time to travel, so I figured, hey, I'll get out to where I'm going. I'll mine the rest, LTDs and other stuff. LTDs, benoitite is the other valuable one right now. Not Bertrandite, but Benitoite. Benitoite? Benitoite.
That's one of the ites.
I eat. I had a new recruit in the squadron the other day, like, reject my friend request twice. And I was like, yo, you better accept my friend request, dog. Like,
Same with Killa.
You just joined my squadron. Like, don't reject me, or you will not be in the squadron. Killa had the same thing happen.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Sorry. I mean, this is literally the third time I swear I've had modules disappear. This time they've been swiped directly off my ship. Going fucking crazy, it turns out.
You sound like
Do
you're
you
going
smoke
crazy.
weed?
Not anymore.
It's a good question.
Not anymore.
I've never been good at smoking weed.
I'm pretty good at it.
I always hallucinate no matter what.
I use acid for that. I do like hallucinogenics in certain amounts, in certain settings. I'm not one of
I
those
guess
like hippies always tripping and shit. Although microdosing is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Tried to get my granny into that
Oh my God.
after she got a stroke.
You should.
And across the board it cured. I don't really think cured is the right word, but more or less cured
It,
80%
like-
of addicts and stroke patients.
Yeah, it's an incredible tool. Between psilocybin, LSD, and well, they use DMT a lot, dimethyltryptamine, but the other one I'm thinking of is
That was
ketamine.
scary shit right there.
No, I loved it, dude. I broke through on DMT. First time I did it, it was actually the guy who made it was like some amazing wizard. He was a chemist. He made all kinds of exciting chemicals and compounds, and that was one. And since then I've seen other grades of DMT, and so I put it into context. And what he made was some of the finest quality stuff I've ever seen in my life, in person or in picture. It was this amazing, like, translucent, amber-hued, golden powder of a really uniform grain, and it seemed kind of wet, but it still crumbled and rolled on itself like a dust. It looked like an angelic substance. It was very strange.
You made that sound really fucking alluring.
It was, I mean, good DMT is really, really special. Bad DMT is, because then later in my life I tried some bad DMT, and it was like being electrocuted. It was like having your consciousness being shocked, and it was
Okay.
it was
Jesus.
gritty.
That was my
Yeah, it's
experience.
like gritty
Got
and
my throat
jarring.
cut, butterfly effect.
Yeah. So you had what I would call average DMT, or at least the stuff that I've seen the most of, and it's kind of a tarrier, oilier, browner mess rather than a really pretty like rosy powder.
Sounds really horrifying.
Yeah, it's not fun. It really fucks with you, the bad DMT. Oh, guillotine. I mean, no, we're just starting to talk about it. I was comparing my first time enjoying DMT and how it was this amazingly perfect, beautiful, evenly grained amber powder. And then later in life I saw other DMT, and it helped me realize how amazingly perfect my first DMT was, because it was handcrafted. This guy, the chemist that made it, he was an absolute genius. He made amazing acid, he grew the best mushrooms, he produced the finest DMT that you could find. I mean, God bless him. I'm all about that. And then, yeah, the bad DMT trip was just so uncomfortable. I mean, it was still fun, like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't a euphoric experience, and I certainly didn't break through. The first time the breaking through was this astonishing experience where you have this slow swelling and expansion of all of your senses as individual senses. They swell and expand and begin to overlap and overtake one another and merge with one another and synergize, and eventually that sense has swollen and expanded all of your entire realm of perception, and you are it. You get that oneness, that numinous feeling that similar to what you get when you're blooming on acid, but then it keeps going, and the intensity keeps getting turned up, and everything gets wider and brighter and wider and shinier, and then a humming starts down here below your solar plexus, and it's low and bass and pitch at first, and it starts to climb and rise, and as it rises, it's climbing up through your chest, up your neck, and then it sort of bursts into your crown, and you go away into a timeless place.
Sounds fucking amazing.
They call it the businessman's acid because a typical DMT trip lasts anywhere from 7 to 15 minutes. Which is relatively fast. I mean,
I'm trying to look for a YouTube video what I saw. It's not going so well.
there's a lot of woo and some nonsensey stuff around DMT. It's a poorly understood compound. Some people, I think Terence McKenna,
I think most of them are just from propaganda.
well, there's also a lot of indigenous knowledge but that's through ayahuasca, which is an entirely different method of ingesting DMT, and is heavily ritualized. I prefer to just smoke the compound and have my own experience.
Which I just want to point out, not to interrupt you, but out of the 17,000 species in the Amazon rainforest, they just happened to come upon the 2 perfect plants that made ayahuasca. That shit is amazing. And not only ayahuasca, curare.
Yeah, well, put it into perspective, though. The Amazon also contains some of the compounds that have created the most successful medicines in modern drug-making history. I forget the name of the study, but it's a specific study where they go and they study indigenous people's like medicinal knowledge, and basically they take these herbs. They say that, okay, so you say these herbs help with this, that, and the other thing, and then they take them to a lab and they do the study, and they find out exactly what's going on in this herb that's causing this medicine to work. And we've developed some very effective medicines using that technique.
Yeah. Well, isn't all our modern anesthesia I'm sorry, I crashed a little bit. Yeah, from curare.
I'm not sure about that.
The video is essentially what I
Pretty
saw.
sure.
I felt like my throat was cut the entire time.
Yikes, yeah.
Nothing was coherent. I couldn't move, couldn't really talk, didn't know where I was, and just...
Sounds like a bad trip.
Yeah, no, if you get good DMT,
tense visuals.
it opened the doors of perception in a way that I had experienced just a beautiful 9-hour trip on LSD a few months prior to breaking through on DMT, and I still cannot even begin to compare the two experiences. Dimethyltryptamine took me completely out of reality, whereas acid just distorts reality. You're still living in reality when you're on acid, but when you break through on DMT, you completely clear your mind of all of the constraints of normal reality. I mean, because reality is an ongoing fabrication, right?
Indeed.
And so when you completely scramble the part of your brain that assembles all that, but you don't scramble, it didn't feel like it was scrambled, it felt like it was inflated. It was so inflated to where my sight overlapped with my smell, overlapped with my touch, overlapped with my hearing, and then all of that overlapped with my proprioception. Like my sense of my body expanded too, until I was filling out everything that I could see and touch, until everything I could see and touch was everything I could taste, was everything I could hear, was everything that I was, until it was all bright white nothingness forever, for all eternity. And
Oneness.
you float back down from that, and you immediately feel normal and grounded again. Ah, I'm
I mean,
back.
yeah, afterwards, I never felt so elated. Like, those 5 minutes were the longest 5 minutes of my life.
Well, I had the after images for the rest of the day. Everything kind of had this really just lovely warm amber haze around it. The edges of things were soft and rounded, and when I would look at a plain enough surface like a white wall or a black tiled floor, any any surface that was plain enough, my mind would take over, and these amazing fractal patterns would sort of dance into existence on the surface and bloom and blossom and trace around each other and then collapse again and reform. It was like my mind was unhappy with how plain that part of existence was. A white wall, that won't do. Dress it up, give it an amber glow, make these Mandelbrot patterns explode and blossom and collapse, and there had to be some beautiful activity there. Hallucinogenics are really, really cool, man. Don't do drugs, kids. Set and setting, do drugs wisely. Better
Right?
living through chemistry.
Yeah, I actually have pretty bad HPPD from this.
Well, maybe a nice gentle psilocybin therapy thing can help. And they've been like curing soldiers PTSD with psilocybin and ketamine. Like 1 to 6 sessions and a total like cure of PTSD and alcoholism as well.
Yep.
Oh, no. HPPD. Hallucinogen Perception Persisting Disorder.
Oh, is that
You're
where
talking about white?
oh, it
Yeah.
maintains?
Yeah, like white. You're talking about white. I've never seen white look normal anymore since like 10 years
Oh,
ago.
wow. Because it's lingering in there, huh?
Yeah, like everything's staticky, pinks and blues, auras and stuff, trails or never go away. It's
And
like
it's
tripping for free for the rest of my life, essentially.
on a low level. Yeah, that's why some people end up believing they're given gifts by higher powers, right? I don't even need to drink that messy tea. I can still see the truth. I can still see your auras or whatever it is. Well, it's midnight.
I mean,
This is time for me to end it. I gotta have the energy to get through the last day of the week tomorrow.
Night, sir.
What did we do tonight? Tonight I pulled in 58 tons of void opals in probably what was actually maybe 40 minutes of mining, so that's actually quite good. I don't know why I got void opals. I probably would have been better served getting LTDs, but who cares? Alrighty. Let's see. Actually, ooh, I'm gonna raid because I can do that. I almost forgot to do that. Remember, everybody, just like that pamphlet says, instead of saying I love you, just suck their toes.
Drama back.
Drama bath. Go parachuting together. Oh, I forgot to figure out BTTV. Torgal, thanks for reminding me. I will look into that a little bit more because I want to offer more gifts and things or more emotes. I really enjoyed it. Um, let's look at some Elite Dangerous streams. You guys want to go to a small? Let's look at a low count stream. Let's see. New to begin. Da, 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 da. I'm looking for somebody I'm gonna recognize. Anybody got a recommendation for a raid? Here, let's raid. All right, Night Guillotine, get some sleep. Pave Hawker's trying to get to partner. I've never raided him, so let's just try that out.
He's a good one.
He's good? All right, let's send it. I still haven't even been there. Let's go there. Can you guys still hear me on the stream? No, it looks like my mic is off now. Nope. Can you guys still hear me?
In Discord, for sure. I'm not sure about the stream. Howdy, Pigora. How's it
We
going?
both know there are Nazis here in America.
We would bring God's justice to them.
It's good to hear.
How did Nazis get into the States?
They were brought here.
This is the greatest mass conspiracy in our nation's history.
This is bigger than anyone realizes.
I don't understand. Now these tap in there, and they go that way. And I see lattice work down below here, comes across, and it comes over here into this, and it leads right up in here. So there's that one.
God, I swear I'm gonna have to put a ticket into FDev. I don't even know how to word it. Yeah, my modules keep disappearing.
curious, like,
Can y'all stop have this from happening?
there's
Like, what
no
are they gonna
corner
reply
pieces on
back?
that.
Take a picture of every module you own and send it to us.
With the angled
What?
pieces. Now these bridges here, some stuff has fallen down. Let's check this one out.
It's quiet in Pave's stream there.
So a lot of
He
this
goes
is
AFK
carried.
like every hour for the most part. Or for like 5 minutes.
Hmm?
He takes like 5-minute breaks every hour. So maybe
Well, I mean, there's nobody chatting in the chat.
Huh.
Hmm. Okay, now why is this like that? Because this piece sticks out here, and that's pretty consistent. Well, why are these? Maybe the dirt is just piled up, and they should be right there, right next to the edge of this thing. I don't know. Yo, yo, yo! Dill Maxim, how you doing? Alien blue goo, the septic tank. Could be. This is where they processed it. Other bio waste. Let's start getting a little bigger picture. Aye, great. Had to drop in with some viewers. I usually raid very small streams, but I've never said hi to you yet. Indeed. So, hello. Did you do a raid before? I don't remember. Did it show up? No raid. Oh, maybe you're about to do a raid? What are you saying? I've lost. Yeah, we're a very small stream. I don't think I'm doing it right. I've been streaming for a while. Still haven't gotten a partner. We are trying. Alright, now let's look for those pyramids. You just did. Did it go wrong?
That's funny.
Excuse me,
I just saw the
I didn't,
NPC hauling ass out of Jameson Memorial. It's like, I'm getting the